Hi, this is Steve Adubato. The question is, what exactly are the keys to transitioning from college to a successful workplace situation? And even if you don't go to college, what are the keys to a young person finding gainful employment? We're going to be discussing that for this entire half hour. First guest we have is Tammy Molinelli.
Molinelli.
I got that right. I'm an Italian-American. I should have gotten that right the first time. Executive Director of the Bergen County Workforce Development Board. By the way, what is that board?
The Workforce Development Board is a board of 40 community members, primarily business members, including a cross-section of our community. So we have experts on literacy, disability, our community college partners, our education partners are part of this board. We're the best cross-section board of any community.
Why working with colleges? What is the connection there?
Well, basically what we do is we figure out how to invest money in people who are unemployed and underemployed to get them back to work. And so our community college partners, our technical school partners are terrific places to go for education.
Let's talk a little bit about the fact that you were saying right before we got on the air that employers are looking for certain skills and tools. Describe them.
Interestingly enough, soft skills are really one of the key things that employers are looking for. The ability to communicate, the ability to solve problems, to do strategic planning. These are all things that are global that businesses want.
Take a step back. The ability to communicate, beyond being able to say people's names correctly, and when you introduce them, which I screwed up. The reality is communication skills. I mean, as someone who thinks about communication a lot, I'm stunned by people's inability to actually interview well, to engage in a conversation to be effective, and frankly give a basic presentation. Are most employers looking for those skills?
I think they are, and even a step farther than that. The basic communications are really a given, but communication in regards to me solving a problem with you, resolving a conflict with you, working in a team with you, it really goes beyond the basic communication skills to things that actually help a company's bottom line.
But how would you find that out? It's interesting. Tammy, if you're trying to employ someone, how would one find that out before one made a decision to hire someone or not?
It's a really good question. And interestingly enough, the HR community a lot of times gets their candidates after they've been recycled through a computer system that looks for keywords. And so they don't really have the opportunity to spend time one-on-one having conversations with people. It's a problem.
You know, the other thing is that we've talked to our friends at Felicia in college, and one of the leaders of Felicia will be joining us a little bit later on this program. That's how we got into this whole subject of employing people at this age, whether they go to college or not. But what's interesting about this is that you told our producers that we as parents should not be pushing our children to go to college if, in fact, that is not what they want. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, isn't that the way you get a job?
So more importantly, the better question to ask your kid is, what do you love to do? If you could do anything when you get out of bed in the morning, what brings you joy? What do you have passion around? And what are you technically good at? I believe everyone's hardwired to do certain things really, really well.
But hold on, excuse me, Tammy, at 17, 16, they know enough to make those decisions?
Right, they don't. That's why our education system, my message is, we need to do a better job at helping kids to understand that before we say, this is the right college for you, or this is the right place that you need to go after you graduate from high school. We need to do a better job helping kids understand who they are and what they're fundamentally good at, because the goal of education is to allow them to be self-sustainable, employed individuals within our community. Formal education after high school is not right for every kid.
You also told our producers that young people with disabilities face certain challenges that we have a responsibility to help them deal with.
I did, yes. And interestingly enough, in Bergen County, we just, our county government just approved a $30,000 grant for us to bring in a program called Project Search, which is designed specifically— Project Search, which is designed specifically to help kids with disabilities engage in an internship with a local business, prefer a hospital, where they really learn the skills and tools they need to be self-sufficient and to be employable. This program's got a phenomenal success rate, and we're really excited to try this out. I think programs like this are critical because we need to serve every kid. Every young person deserves the opportunity to know what they're good at and to figure out in our community how they can work and contribute.
Last question before I let you out of here, Tammy. We ask a lot of people about leadership, so I'm going to ask you this about leadership as it relates to employment.
Right.
I'm a big believer that we need more leaders, and there clearly just aren't enough. Do you believe we can see leadership traits in a person 17, 18 years of age and connect them to employment?
I think you can see leadership skills in kindergarten. If you walk out to the playground, many times you can see the kid who's leading the team. You can see the kid who's a team player, who's supporting other people. You can see the child who may not be successful. It's really a dynamic when you put people together, these kinds of things that come out. Now, to build leaders, you need to build kids with confidence. And the best way to build a kid's confidence is to help show them what they're good at and how they can be successful.
And that's our job.
That's our job.
Tammy Molinelli
Molinelli.
is the Executive Director of the Bergen County Workforce Development Board, and you help us kick off this program dealing with helping young people find their way in the workforce, all of our responsibilities. Thank you so much, Tammy.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Stay right there. We'll be right back right after this.
The preceding program has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence, and 13 for WNET, NJTV, and WHYY. Funding for this edition of Caucus New Jersey has been provided by Wells Fargo, the New Jersey Education Association, United Water, Virtua, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, and by Adler Aphasia Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. Caucus New Jersey has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.